Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishnan Nair. Basically, this is basically 70th number, 70 number of the Formula Award basically. And up to level what level this Formula Award is going to reach, just see. So here basically we are talking about the sales industry and sales industry basically in the software industry, sales into the software industry, how basically it's connecting to it, that basically we are talking about. So here one example I always take, textbox equal to thousand cities basically. So thousand city creation actually, what actually the thousand city gets creates, what actually it's creating. If I say that algorithm of medical industry, the city is creating algorithm of medical industry, then it would be 100% correct. Yes, it would be correct. Algorithm of the software industry, from this city basically lots of softwares are going to create basically, that would be also correct. Algorithm of the construction industry, like this basically thousand cities are getting created, then it's a thousand city. The construction industry is also getting there, but it's an algorithm basically, one algorithm. Reason why the algorithm is, I have told you, because that algorithm is going to be in the sales industry. So whatever algorithm is going to be prepared, has prepared, that is going to used by the sales industry basically. So sales industry basically they designs the sales basically from the each and every algorithm, how basically they can get the sales, how they can get the sales from this algorithm. For example, one medical industry, a medical algorithm got created from the thousand cities basically. So thousand cities equal to, I have to already told, it's one energy basically thousand cities, and which gets converts to the human needs, and oil, petrol, and fruits and vegetables has created. So whenever the human gets use of that human needs basically, he consumes that, and after consuming basically if your body does not support that human needs basically, then he gets um, his body gets effects basically. So then the medical is required, medicine is required, then lots of things basically happens like this basically. uh, the medical industry basically, medical algorithm basically is getting used in sales like this basically. There are many things basically, many things has created from the sales industry, and from the thousand cities basically you can say. From thousand cities basically there are many has created, like this god energies are there. God energies basically you can say, each and every cities are connecting with god to god basically. God energies basically you can say. um, like this education industries are getting created, so education algorithm are created. Like like this basically many industries are created, like this algorithm has created. From thousand cities basically lots of are also created, like this basically the energy level algorithm are created, like this if one person told that from one city basically you can able to create the water also, like this basically the water industry came into picture. Like this basically one person told that from few cities basically we can create the vegetables, like this the vegetable industry came into picture. Like this basically one person told that we can create the fruits from this fruits from the cities basically, like this basically from this thousand city algorithm basically fruit industry came into picture. So like this basically fruits algorithm also gets prepared basically you can say, like this basically foods industry algorithm came into picture, because whenever the human needs comes into picture, that means basically it's that algorithm is going to touch the human needs industry. Like this basically many human needs are getting touched with this thousand cities, like this oil industry is there, petrol industry is there, Petrol industry is basically connected with the needs basically. Human needs basically contain that basically is whenever the vehicle is getting used, there basically petrol is required basically. So petrol basically connects to the vehicle industry, then vehicle industry connects to the automobile industry. Like this basically entire chain gets generated basically, and it connects to the energy industry also basically. How basically it's connecting to energy industry, that I will tell you. Basically in this world, basically in this for example, I have taken one example of Activa vehicle basically. So Activa vehicle is getting start. Reason is the government is sending the energy data of the Activa in each and every cities basically. Whenever they are going to stop this data to each and every city, whenever they are going to send, whenever they are not going to send the energy data of the Activa, then basically automatically Activa vehicle will not work basically, because it's connected with the energy. Like this basically the energy industry gets connected with this cities data basically. So basically if we say that there are lots of energies are also getting used. For example, one person told that electric vehicle has been used, electronic vehicle basically, electric vehicle has been created. So basically how basically it's taking the data. Then basically one person told that there is one software company basically, they have created this data, uh, they have created this vehicle basically, they have dumped that their software energies into the environment, and from the environment basically the vehicle engines basically takes the data. Like this lots of programming are done basically. On the base of that programming basically, the data which is sent to the energy from the software companies to run that vehicle of in electronic form, electronic for electrical form. Like that, for that basically the lots of data are sent. Like this basically the thousand cities are connected with this electronic industry. So basically, like this, many industries are getting connected from the 1,000 cities creation. So like this, basically, you can say each and every industries are getting connected. That also you can say. Like this, basically, assume that there are thousands of chains are getting generated, thousands of algorithm are getting generated. So basically, sales industry says that from this thousand algorithm which is already generated from the many sectors basically, from that sector basically we have to search, we have to find how basically we can generate the sales. How basically we can generate the sales. Sales means basically whatever basically things are going to be needed by the human industry from that algorithm basically. For example, medical industry, I have already told. In medical industry, lots of medicine is required. So basically, sales industry says that we can create a sales of this medicine basically, because the medicine is going to be used by the certain people, because this body, whenever they are going to take these human needs, vegetables or whatever fruits, then basically his body is not going to absorb that basically. It's going to create problem only, because the body does not support. So basically for that basically medicine is required. So basically they have generated the sales of that medicine. Like this basically many thousands of algorithms are created by the um, human needs group basically from the thousand cities. So like this basically from thousand cities thousands of algorithms are prepared, and from thousands of algorithm basically thousands types of sales has been generated, thousands types of sales has been designed basically. So first you will design, then also then only basically you can able to sell the product basically of the sales basically. Like this basically many things are there basically. Thousand industry uh, are connecting to the thousand cities. Thousand cities are generating the thousand algorithms, and the thousand algorithms are basically generating the thousand types of sales basically. So basically, sales are designed. That also you can say basically, because this medicine thing basically never basically able to capture. But when you done the R&D basically, whenever these foods are going to be taken by the certain people, that time basically the few blood groups basically are going to generate problems basically. So whenever their problem is going to generate that basically, sales industry knows basically, because this has been done the R&D basically by the R&D department. So like this basically the sales industry knows that we can generate the sales from for this medicine basically, for these blood groups basically. According to that basically sales industry says that we have done the preparation for this particular blood groups, particular mm, particular cities, particular states, and particular countries. Like this, way basically many sales has been designed. So basically, this is just one example I have taken of the sales industry. How the sales industry are generating the sales, basically designing the sales, basically this medical industry example I have already taken. Like this, basically, there are many industry, thousands of industry, thousands of algorithm has been prepared, and from the thousands of algorithm, thousands of human needs are also generated. And like this, basically, from thousands of algorithm, the thousands of sectors are connected with this. Thousands of algorithm, and thousands of sectors gets connects, then basically by default the sales also gets connect, basically. So like this, basically this is about the sales industry and the formula part, basically, because the formula is also 100% going to connect to the sales industry of this, basically, because the software industries are using this um, basically this thousand cities, basically, that the sales each and every sectors are using this softwares, basically. So basically whenever the softwares are getting used, there basically this formula comes into picture, and the attributes always by default comes into picture, because formula is equal to set of attributes and plus minus and subtraction, basically. So like this, basically it's, attributes are equal to balance sheet, basically. Like this, basically the balance sheet attributes formula by default connects with this all thing, basically. So we are stopping here, and in next video, that is 71st number, we are going to discuss little bit more about the sales formula, attributes, and balance sheet.